Ok, ciao a tutti, penso che funzioni tutto come si deve, sperando che funzioni, difatti non funziona. Ok, vediamo un po'. Bene. Che merda, ogni cazzo di volta ce n'è una nuova. Allora, riprendiamo Horizon e faccio velocemente un test per verificare che funzioni tutto correttamente perché altrimenti vediamo un po'. Allora, riprendiamo Horizon e... Madonna, come cazzo lagga, oh. Vabbè, pazienza. E nulla, andiamo avanti. Ci concentriamo di nuovo, come dicevo, sulla storia. Purtroppo sono sempre molto indietro e ci vorrà tempo, ci vorrà molto tempo anche perché ho iniziato a lavorare. Voglio cercare di portare anche magari video, robe del genere. Quindi viaggiamo velocemente fino alla base. Dobbiamo riconsegnare etere.
Things holding up?
Like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Aaron, you're all better. And you're here.
Varl said you might need some help after all. Doing, complicated things.
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Catalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Ah, di nuovo quei bug di merda dietro.
That's what the data says.
I'm telling you, it's a drink, but it's soft.
How is it soft?
It says here it had bubbles in it?
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl.
Oh Cristo, adesso ci dobbiamo fare 40.000 dialoghi.
Guessing you've spoken with Catalo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second, I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that
Oh,
right.
ciao bro.
Makes you wonder what this
Come
Amada
stai?
did to grab her attention.
Credo di avere una lag allucinante,
Must be
quindi
quite a story.
Yes, she'll tell us when she's ready.
nel senso di delay tra quando mi arrivano i messaggi,
How's
eccetera.
everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Arendt definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
How's, training with Zoe?
You know we really are training. Seriously. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course.
Considerando 2 anni di pandemia e una guerra in atto, diciamo decentemente. Beh, potrebbero sempre chiamarci leva militare, quindi
We just
va
finished going through
sicuramente
all the
bene.
logs you collected back in Nora territory and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Farrow.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
Looks like I was wrong.
Meno male,
Since
però sono
their
contento.
ship
Il
didn't
lavoro tutto
explode on its way
bene?
to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, the tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough.
Ma io tutto ok.
Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Aaron
Ho
stops
iniziato
listening to
oggi,
the
quindi
same
primo
music over and
giorno.
over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
Spero di riprendere dei ritmi decenti qui con Horizon perché mi sta quasi stancando giocarlo così, pum, pum,
Hey.
pum, tutto staccato.
A nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. It is a lot to take in. But, don't worry. That's nothing I can't handle.
Right.
Oh Cristo benedetto, adesso devo chiedere a tutti 25.000
How are you
cose.
settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the city.
Guarda, io credo di essere stra indietro con la storia. Considera, ho appena preso Etere, lo devo dare a Gaia.
You've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet.
Mi mancano Poseidone e quell'altro e poi chissà che altro.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
Guarda, purtroppo, secondo me, uno dei difetti di sto gioco, secondo me,
So Talana came by the bus?
è
I'm
che
like rushed through. I was hoping she'd
Cioè,
stay for a drink at least.
non è fatto per sessioni relativamente brevi. Cioè, se ti vuoi fare una missione storia, penso che 2 ore ti partano tutte, tranquillamente.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the
Che
force,
ci sta,
things I've been able to see.
ci sta.
Granted, a lot of
Però,
the
Madonna.
the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do. Sort of. It makes me...
Non immaginavo ci volesse ancora un po', però.
It takes some time, but yeah.
Spero di finirlo prima di fine mese, porca troia.
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both.
E io sto facendo uguale.
I gotta go.
Quindi vediamo. Cioè, ora ogni tanto magari se non ne porto neanche lei faccio un paio di secondarie che magari gioco anche giusto una mezz'ora. E comunque è comodo. Che cazzo?
We've gathered some supplies in that chest.
Ah,
Take what you need.
bello. Minchia.
Looks like the old ones used their focuses to send.
Poi guarda, ho provato Elden Ring e quel poco che ho giocato mi ha messo una curiosità assurda.
Anytime they want it.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Bam, compagni. Ah, gli Zenith però non me lo fa
You've
chiedere.
spoken with Kotallo?
Uff, meno
A few
male.
words. Tanakh don't have
Cioè,
much use for us outsiders.
mi piacciono tantissimo i dialoghi, però ci sto giocando talmente poco che giocare per parlare con la gente mi sta quasi facendo incazzare.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend
Se
of
gioco il
mine.
The Ring mi ricoverano
In this
per
case,
crono
a
nervoso e
very loud
infarto,
friend.
meglio che non lo tocco. Guarda, io sono arrivato nella, diciamo, a inizio open world e sono crepato 6 volte contro, no, 6, tipo 4-5 volte contro il primo tizio che trovi, una specie di mini boss. Credo perché semplicemente non lo debba fare adesso, sono proprio appena arrivato. Mi sono incazzato tantissimo, però è proprio bello, cioè l'unica roba che mi dà fastidio è la canzoncina mentre esplori, che sembra che sei scemo, uno scemo che sta camminando. Anch'io ho poca pazienza.
Control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Right, I should probably go.
I shall return to our training then.
Comunque dopo questo, più che Elden Ring, gioco Phantom Pain. Quello sono veramente un botto curioso di vedere come andremo avanti.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
Looks like the old ones used their focuses to send.
The more I learn about the old ones, the less different they seem from the people of today. Aloy,
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions.
Ti ci perdi
I've
negli
been told
impegni
of our
di
enemy
io
and
sotto
their
quel punto di
intentions.
vista.
Your friends showed
È
me
fighissimo.
the vision you keep in this place. Gaia, and gave me this focus.
Ciao Sab.
I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then.
Ma guarda, io onestamente della trama non ci ho capito un cazzo, cioè all'inizio è una roba veramente da smascellati. Oh madonna benedetta, cioè faremo le 9:30 a parlare con
Was your home a
Kotallo.
long time ago that you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja and led my
Comunque
squad
sto
on a dangerous
gioco
climb
dà
to the Daunt.
idee
It was
per
I
come farsi i capelli alle
who
persone che
gave
si
it
stanno
Baron Light.
stempiando, tipo me. Adesso me li
From
faccio come questo, che
Allowing
salgono e
the
poi
dark
diventano
to
tutti
raise it.
strani.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero, and I was content.
And why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Infatti, come
Why did you leave the
sospettavo.
Sky Clan to become a marshal?
I was
Il
sent
problema
to
sono
the
i tagli
Proibito
fatti,
by
non tanto la
Tekote.
trama in sé.
Back then, I
È
would have
quello che mi hanno
obeyed
detto
his every
tutti.
order. I believed
Non lo so.
in him, like one would a father.
Quando poi lo giocherò
I was too
vedremo.
blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Oh, a giugno mi arriva il Metal Gear della Kotobukiya, come si chiama? Il modellino da montare.
That if I survived the Crude,
Manca poco.
I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like myself, even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a marshal is what I was destined to be.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the wings of the Ten. Hikaru also mentioned it at the Crude.
Fighissimo, io l'ultimo acquisto nerd che ho fatto è il Pyramid Head, ma come data c'è il 2023. Esce assieme a Silent Hill che è Abandoned, te lo dico io.
Leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. And it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Crude. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom. And the awe it must have inspired.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best marshal, at least for a little while.
Indeed.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the Focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How
Ma
many?
prima mi sono visto il trailer, quello di Hogwarts Legacy, no? Quello con cui lo presentarono. E non ci credo neanche morto che graficamente sarà così. Cioè, non ci credo che Avalanche ha fatto una roba così.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
Te lo vedi lo
I'll
state of
admit
play?
I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
Che fai un cazzo con la tua lama?
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit I was
Ma sai, ci stavo pensando prima, se non sbaglio, il gameplay si era visto nei leak vecchissimi, che tipo c'era quel gioco di Harry Potter che era leakato, si vedevano robe off screen, gameplay comunque dura anche tipo duraturi, nel senso tipo 2-3 minuti così, di spezzoni, ed era figo. Poi io sono abbastanza interessato, me lo vedrò. Spero che esca onestamente a fine anno, comunque lontano da God of War, perché non... perché sì. Sì, lo State of Play è dedicato a quello, a quanto ho capito, soltanto a quello. E va bene così, cioè. Dai, dopo Hogwarts Legacy mi auguro che facciano qualcosa per God of War, perché mi incazzo come un alieno.
Welcome back, Aloy. Ready. Please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
Comunque 14 minuti di gameplay, poi appunto sono 6 mi pare di commento da parte degli sviluppatori, tanta roba, cioè secondo me vuol dire che è quasi, non dico che sia prossimo al lancio, ma
What did you want to discuss?
che comunque sia relativamente vicino se fanno uno state of play così. Cioè, nel senso, spero che esca almeno quest'anno.
That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Tipo Forspoken. Ho appena visto 10 secondi di gameplay nella pubblicità. Sì, ho visto anch'io. Però aspetta, è di dopodomani lo show, oggi non è il 15. C'è il 17. Ho visto anch'io qualche spezzoncino, ce ne sono due. Uno su Instagram e uno l'hanno messo su Twitter. Comunque tipo anche Coso lo hanno rinviato, Forspoken, però lì vabbè Sony non ci azzecca un cazzo, è di Square.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect.
Comunque raga, io onestamente sospetto che esca verso novembre-dicembre Hogwarts Legacy.
Either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there,
O è qualcun altro.
or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Forspoken per me viene fuori una stronzata, cioè io l'ho inquadrato come un tentativo di utilizzare l'ultima volta il Luminous Engine e poi sfancularlo per passare a Unreal come stanno facendo con Final Fantasy. E comunque col fatto che Forspoken esce tipo l'11 ottobre, dicono fine settembre God of War Ragnarok, e è troppo presto per farlo uscire tipo a luglio così, perché non è neanche entrato nella campagna marketing vera e propria. Onestamente credo che sto Hogwarts Legacy lo vediamo forse a novembre o dicembre, poi lieto di essere smentito. Sì, è Final Fantasy XV con praticamente tipo female power, e sembra veramente una stronzata, mi spiace, dai primi trailer sembrava anche bello, ma mano a mano che sono andate avanti hanno rilasciato informazioni e soprattutto dopo aver visto il gameplay, madonna. Cioè se te ci fai caso, lo stile è molto simile a Final Fantasy XV e riprende proprio tutte le caratteristiche principali del Luminous Engine, cioè tutti quegli aspetti che appunto vengono esaltati dal motore grafico, ovvero i particellari, i liquidi, quelle robe lì, ed è farcito di ste cose.
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
Lascia perdere, te lo giuro, a me Strangers of Paradise sembra un Devil May Cry mobile con un pelato come protagonista, mi sembra veramente una cagata. Dal primo trailer che hanno fatto vedere sono rimasto tipo così.
No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Aletheia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
Mi dispiace tantissimo di non poter streamare l'evento, raga. Mi spiace proprio, cioè... Mi gira il cazzo perché fare le live è sempre stata una delle robe che più apprezzavo. Veramente, cioè, è una roba che ho sempre amato. Mi incazzo proprio male che non posso farla diretta, ma d'altronde non c'ho modo di farlo.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Che strada apre? Che cazzo è aperto? Voglio vederla subito.
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Ah, ganzo. Google. Allora, io gradirei riempirmi.
Door's locked until Gaia can restore access. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the sub-functions, defeat Zenith.
Io voglio sperare che Kojima non faccia niente fino a quando non avrò un computer. Perché il momento in cui Kojima tira fuori qualcosa a un evento io devo assolutamente streamarlo perché impazzirò malissimo.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now.
Più o meno una vita fa.
This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home.
Guarda, io non so che cosa sta facendo, ma spero con tutto me stesso che sia Death Stranding 2, te lo giuro, se mi caccia fuori Death Stranding 2 io impazzisco male, cioè in realtà mi gaserò a prescindere, sono sicuro. Però
Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you.
Aloy, I see you. Si è impallata.
There she is. You ready to head out?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
Ma di grazia che si era proprio bloccato tutto. Spero che non si sia sentito. Devo verificare che funzioni tutto. Oh cazzo! A quanto pare hanno scoperto come penetrare la corazza.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Fanculo, ci tocca dargli play da qui. Verbena.
What?
Hello?
Cioè, non posso ascoltarlo.
Hello, Verbena? What do you have for me?
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Snow crunch under my boots.
Spectre.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Stanno cercando la risorsa, proseguire monitoraggio. Chissà con che cazzo ne hanno tirati giù. Fortnite.
Chilly up here. You done looking around?
Almost.
L'arma dov'è?
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Brava, aspetta che si sia sciolta.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend. Glide in.
Gorgeous breath.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Che cazzo è?
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. If any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go. There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Aspetta, voglio vedere se funziona tutto come deve. Sì. Facciamo un giretto. Ma che cazzo? E non sale. Cioè, ma mi stai prendendo per il culo?
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Uff.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before.
Che t'ha fatto Twitch?
Looks like
Cosa
it's
t'ha
self-destructed.
censurato? Forse posso fare qualcosa dalle impostazioni. Per la prossima live provo.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently.
L'arrampicata a me
So
onestamente
Luffy is gone?
non fa impazzire,
It was over
cioè
here, then
è un
probably.
po' sporca.
But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
Cioè il fatto è che hanno voluto dare tanta libertà, diciamo, nei movimenti, ma realisticamente non serviva, cioè fallo anzi più guidato, ma fatto meglio. Ma guarda, ad esempio anche quelle di God of War che sono guidate, secondo me sono fatte bene, sono guidatissime, ma essendo guidate funzionano. Breath of the Wild è l'apoteosi dell'arrampicato, cioè che cazzo gli vuoi dire? Oh, questo qui è epico.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Comunque raga, mi serviva proprio un po' di storia per riprendere, diciamo, la voglia di giocare, ecco. Comunque credo che il gioco con le arrampicate più belle che ho giocato è Valhalla, no scherzo, è Infamous. Infamous e Infamous 2 sono allucinanti. E levati, porca puttana. Buongiorno a tutti, come sicuramente già saprete abbiamo perso la nostra stella più luminosa. La ricerca sull'ectogenesi per l'Odissea era di grande importanza per Peter e a nome del nuovo Consiglio Superiore voglio complimentarvi con voi per i vostri sforzi e i risultati ottenuti nel corso degli anni. Eppure, mentre piangiamo il nostro fondatore, non possiamo distogliere lo sguardo dal luminoso futuro che ci attende. A questo fine le nostre priorità cambieranno. Nel corso dei prossimi giorni verrete aggiornati sugli ultimi sviluppi delle ricerche e sulla longevità delle nostre strutture a Tokyo e Lagos e vi verranno comunicati i nostri nuovi compiti. Vostri, non nostri, ecco. Nel frattempo le camere ectogeniche verranno messe in magazzino. Che cazzo è una camera ectogenica? Ti prego, fa che
Find
sia un
anything that
audio.
might tell us.
Ha fatto enormi passi avanti con una riduzione degli intervalli tra i ritocchi richiesti dai trattamenti commerciali come Rijufgin di Osmanthus. Per quanto riguarda il team di Malik, i risultati dei loro esperimenti di neurofisiologia sembrano promettenti. Insieme ai dati aggiuntivi forniti dalla struttura di Tokyo, siamo sempre più vicini alla creazione di prima generazione di impianti funzionanti. Nel mentre, i nostri amici a Zurigo hanno inviato le ultime scoperte su WBE. Risultati contrastanti. Non è tutto da buttare, ma siamo ancora a decenni di distanza dalla vera trascendenza digitale. Se non... Ma guarda, allora, io... vabbè, mi spiace per Assassin's Creed, ma è anni che non ho manco voglia di provarlo un capitolo nuovo, non li gioco da Black Flag. Allora, a me Black Flag non è piaciuto. Per niente.
Well, knowing Far Zenith.
Poi fai conto da lì, l'ultimo che veramente io reputo un bel Assassin's Creed è Unity.
Yeah.
Unity è l'ultimo vero grande Assassin's Creed vecchio stile, secondo me. E ti dirò, Valhalla per me, almeno dal punto di vista storia, è un gigantesco passo avanti, perché hanno fatto veramente un qualcosa di ben fatto, si riallacciano alla storia di Desmond e tutto, nel senso quello che succedeva nei vecchi capitoli e approfondisce tutti quegli aspetti e va avanti. Infatti è una roba che mi piace da morire. Però il fatto è che per arrivare al punto storia in cui diciamo diventa interessante a sufficienza, devi giocare tipo 15.000 ore fuori di testa. E poi, vabbè, lascia perdere. Se apprezzi la cultura vichinga come l'apprezzo io, anche solo se ti piace Vikings, te lo puoi giocare, non ti rompi i coglioni. Ci ho fatto più di 100 ore. Io me lo sono fatto andare bene perché avevo fiducia in un mainline nel presente, ma a quanto pare è diventato viaggio nel tempo con
This place is huge.
Sì.
Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
È davvero viaggio nel tempo con
Somehow the
Bonolis.
Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
Ma è palese che hanno perso di vista l'obiettivo dopo che se n'è
How was
andata via
arranged
la
to get
scrittrice.
all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Cioè, Assassin's Creed 3 lasciava veramente intendere che che il prossimo sarebbe stato quasi tutto al presente. E poi il finale l'hanno tirato a cazzo e campana perché, da quello che ricordo, se n'era andata la scrittrice. E quindi hanno mollato. Bellissimi periodi storici, però mi aspettavo un bel capitolo conclusivo con Desmond, assassini e templari nel presente. Sì, ma infatti doveva andare così secondo me. Tra l'altro, se non sbaglio, a distanza di anni, forse proprio l'anno scorso, la director del gioco, quella vecchia che aveva scritto la trama, ha rivelato quali erano i piani per il finale. Cioè, disse che il mondo sarebbe dovuto finire e nessuno avrebbe potuto fare niente, avrebbero riavuto un'estinzione, tipo una roba del genere.
Well, let's find out.
Ti giuro, ogni volta che ci penso mi prende male. Però, ti dirò, Valhalla mi ha fatto un grande regalo, che è stato farmi approcciare Vikings. E di quella strada giocare Valhalla è stato bello, ti dirò, a me è piaciuto abbastanza. Chissà che cazzo succede. Che codice vuoi?
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Due, tre, sette. Sì, tipo una roba del genere.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
Ma che cazzo?
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Spit. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta.
I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye. So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
Comunque quei capelli corti sta molto bene. Tagliateli, Eloy. I cloni escono dalle pareti.
I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. Here it comes!
Oh cazzo!
I'm out of this ammo.
Debole a...
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
Scusatemi un secondo, Sì, comunque sono bellissimi.
That thing's quick.
Oh, non se l'aspettava. Merda. Vattene! Cazzo.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah,
fossero
I'm
più
heading up top.
difficili.
Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Cazzo devo andare? Dobbiamo uscire. Sono un attimo a parlare per il lavoro, ci sta che domani entro un'altra volta.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Sì, alla fine sono macchine abbastanza tranquille, ecco. Molto più belle esteticamente, poi diciamo che sono molto fresche.
Hang tight, I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Non c'abbiamo più frecce acide, porco dinci.
I gotta get to Aaron.
No, sbaglio, stavo per dire allergici. Spectre. Debole contro plasma, non ho un cazzo. Aspettate. Plasma, non c'è un cazzo di plasma.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of shield up. I need to sneak up. Take that thing head on. A heavy weapon. That can help.
Sì, infatti me la ricordavo da prima questa. Gli vado proprio alle spalle e lo massacro. Dai, coglione. Dai, che fai? Ah, è già finita l'arma? Lo so, ma vedi, non ho acido. Infatti sto andando di freccia tripla. Io devo ancora capire dove cazzo gli tolgo 170. Oh merda.
My stamina.
Bellissimo. Uff. E abbiamo un'altra piccola Eva.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Ah, mi aveva dato le armi.
I wonder how much snow is gonna pile up. No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Is your focus acting up again?
Errand? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormberg plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to
Che
my skin.
capelli del cazzo.
But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line.
Chissà se ce la faremo mai.
May the land bloom in your steps. Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Grazie. Io direi che possiamo anche gestirci un attimino le bobine. Non lascerei questo, visto che è l'arco acido. Questo va bene così. Questo va bene così.
Is your focus acting up again?
Nah, it's fine.
I can take a look if you want.
Nah, usually works if I just flick it a few times with my thumb.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's, It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up.
Una sorta di astinenza da tecnologia.
Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you are...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Comunque è veramente brava l'attrice che interpreta Aloy. E Beta. Cioè sembrano proprio due persone distinte, anche nel modo di parlare.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
In italiano non ne ho idea, però se mi dici così mi fido.
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
Very nice.
So
Quindi sono stati loro a mandare il segnale.
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well...
Fa una piega.
Surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they
Always. Do what he says. Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus, infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony. You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. Vena's dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done.
Sveglia.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that? But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it. The Zeniths have a copy, so it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge just out of reach must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or... So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Guy is still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location. Of course not. You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Guy is using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are gonna die. Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
È pazza, è matta spolta.
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
No, guarda qui.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment. I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get.
makes you want to punch something. More like someone. Well, you're the one that helped me find it. People make...
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
How's everyone dealing with beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Ecco un animale morto. Imbottito.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless
Oh,
you.
vaffanculo, ho buttato giù un divoratuono.
I'll send you the location of the machines.
I'll let you know when I get close to those Grimhorns.
Good. If we can get their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods.
Apri tutte le porte. Stai andando forte. Cambiati anche le scarpe. Bello. Ma sai che a me piaceva quella di Gianni Morandi, sinceramente.
Choosing the right rations can be just as important to your chance of survival as choosing the right weapons. If you want food that'll save your life out
Io
in the
neanche ho i capelli
wilds, go
così.
northwest to Saltlight. The cook there, Puntala, she'll whip up a meal for anyone who needs it, to knock or not.
I'll make sure to pay her a visit if I'm out that way.
Ok, dovremmo andare qua. Sai come cazzo si sblocca l'affare lì? Converrebbe andare a mano. Io la sento talmente tanta la radio che io ormai la so a memoria, perché tra quando lavoravo quando ho lavorato come corriere per Esselunga c'avevo la radio dei furgoni e c'era sempre. E poi anche quando comunque ero a casa che la mettevo da Alexa con Madonna, c'è stato un meme con il figlio della compagna di Roby pazzesco, comunque la roba di Gianni Morandi. Stavamo giocando a Mario Kart 8 e c'era Bowser gigante che prendeva a pugni una delle piste e stavo giocando col bimbo, lui fa ma chi è? Io ho detto quello è Gianni Morandi, da lì è diventato veramente un qualcosa di troppo divertente, perché continuava a dire è Gianni Morandi, è lui, è gigante, è cattivissimo. Quindi stavo crepando. Non oso immaginare che cazzo succederà quando avrò un figlio mio. Mamma mia. Comunque è fiero che Gianni Morandi sia arrivato al terzo posto, se lo merita tutto. Quando esce Gianni Morandi digli che è Bowser. glielo dirò. E quello che è Bowser. Mamma mia. Ragazzi, ma come mai è tutto così rosso? Che cazzo è? Ah, ho capito. Manticero possibile. Sì. I suoi figli dirà che Bowser è arrivato terzo a Sanremo 2022. Non te la immagini una roba del genere? Mamma mia. Con apri tutte le porte canta Bowser. Ma quanti cazzo di cose ci sono oggi? Allora io direi che arriviamo al prossimo falò e poi stacco, giusto per salvare. Wow. Sono evidentemente tutti molto incazzati qui. Ma quella canzone è seria o è meme come quella che ha fatto con Rovazzi? No, quella è seria. Quella con Rovazzi, vabbè, perché Rovazzi è matta così. Quella lì di Gianni era seria, a me è piaciuta. Cioè, a me in generale Gianni Morandi come persona piace parecchio, anche come artista. Cioè, l'energia che c'ha pur avendo tipo 80 anni è pazzesca. Cioè io a 20 me ne sento 80, lui a 80 se ne sente 20. Là. La forza di credere che il male passerà. Ora ci buttano giù il canale perché ho cantato un pezzo di canzone di Gianni Morandi. Minchia, sì, cioè, ma stai scherzando? A quell'età arrivare ad essere così energici e con tutta quella voglia di vivere. Bam. Oh, raga, è stato bello. Ci vediamo, direi, boh, dopodomani. Penso di fare una sera sì, una sera no, in modo da poter vivere. E vediamo. Poi vi aggiorno da Telegram e da Insta. Chiamate di quante cazzo di macchina? Se ci finisco in mezzo, che botte che prendo. Dai, oh, grazie per avermi fatto compagnia. Ci sentiamo su Telegram. Ciao bro, buonanotte. Ciao a tutti, un saluto da... Mi ero scordato che avevo messo qui il baule con i soldi dentro. È vuoto, però fa scena. E sopra c'è un pupazzo cane. Fa, guardi, tipo quello di Harry Potter. Dai, ciao raga, buonanotte.